Hello guys, this is Liam 2.0, and today I am flying to West Virginia, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. You see, I haven't flown alone before, which might be a little odd for someone my age, I don't know, and I also haven't been on a plane since, I don't know, 5 years ago when I vlogged it the last time, so this should be really interesting. But for now, I'm heading to Pensacola International Airport, so feel free to join me on this adventure. I'm now through security, so the next order of business is to find somewhere to fill up my water bottle and the gate that I'm flying out of. That TSA thing where they scan your whole body is really something, isn't it? Ah, nice warm airport water. That's my flight on the board behind me. So now that I've found my proper gate, I can talk a little bit about this trip. There's all the different airline brands being represented here, but I'm flying with Delta, and really that's just because that's what I got from Google Travel. That's about my level of expertise when it comes to this thing. And given that I'm inexperienced, I'm equally as anxious. Fortunately, I didn't have any baggage to check. I just had like one backpack with me, which I believe either counts as a personal item or a carry-on. I'm not quite sure. I guess I'll stuff it wherever it fits, but I think that'll let me avoid a whole can of worms, so I'm very grateful for that. Vlogging is an interesting way to pass the time while I'm waiting for my plane, so I've been doing all of my booking and stuff through the mobile app, and it's super duper cool and convenient because you can just add all of your stuff to Apple Wallet. So I have like my tickets right here, my boarding passes, and I can scroll through them like that. And I'm sure you could also tell I had my hotel check-in here as well, in addition to just all my normal cards and stuff in Apple Wallet. It's a really cool feature, and I love the idea that you don't really have to carry the physical papers. So I'd describe the experience so far as easier than I was expecting when everything is going right. Not just on Delta, but like on booking the hotel and like a ride to get around and that sort of thing. Because I should have mentioned I'm flying from here, Pensacola, to Atlanta, and then I'm going from Atlanta to Washington Dulles Airport. But that's not quite where I want to go, so I then have to book an Uber to get even farther into West Virginia. Hopefully that all makes sense, and you can just forgive me for not having vlogged in a very long time. I'm a little rusty. I'm going to use that excuse to explain my camera work as well. Let's go get on a plane! Window seat, and so far, a row to myself. Seems to be going pretty well. The viewing angles on this display are horrible, but there you can see a little bit about the plane and stuff. We've landed in Atlanta with hopefully enough time to get to my next flight. So the other flight is boarding and we're still on the runway, so this is gonna be a little bit close, but no stress, right? I made it. Looks like I have 2 beds just for myself. Wonder what I'm gonna do with those. That TV looks big compared to the rest of the room. Not that that's a complaint. Goodness sake, that was a crazy day. The first flight went really well. I'd forgotten how loud planes were, but fortunately my ears didn't get too bothered by the pressure changes or anything. I didn't even have to chew any gum. And there was a little bit of turbulence on that flight, but it wasn't any worse than like driving a car off-road. However, that first flight was actually delayed by 26 minutes, and when we finally landed in Atlanta, I had about 7 minutes to race from like Terminal B to Terminal A, and I just couldn't make it in time. I physically couldn't. I sprinted, and I still made it there with like, I think I was 2 minutes late, but fortunately the personnel there were really understanding, and I still got on the flight, fortunately, but I wish I could have filmed like the underground train system and just the vast hordes of people, but I really didn't have any time. The takeoff was really dramatic too, because it was in the middle of a thunderstorm. There was like lightning flashing in the sky and rain pounding the windows and stuff. Fortunately, it was still a pretty nice ride, and I got some beautiful imagery of the lightning and stuff. But once we landed at the Washington Dulles Airport, I was just so tired. I just walked to the departure area, hopped on a shuttle to the hotel, checked in, got a quick shower, and now I need to head to bed because I have a very early Uber ride in the morning. The transition here is going to be just as jarring for you as it is for me, because I'm going to get like 5 hours of sleep. Anyways, see you in the morning. Well, here I am on a college campus in West Virginia. They're hosting a theater festival here, and that was a beautiful drive through the countryside to get here. I'm gonna go enjoy my trip. Well, that was a fantastic trip, but I am back now in Washington Dulles Airport and fortunately have a little bit more time before my flight this time. So now I can give you a brief glimpse of the architecture of this behemoth airport as I'm getting on a train to my terminal. This concourse or terminal or whatever it's called is actually less crowded than I expected. I'm about to board my flight to Atlanta. Fingers crossed, I'll update you there. I've landed in Atlanta and for once have plenty of time to find my next terminal and get on the flight. I'm really enjoying this. The trip went really well. Besides that hiccup in Atlanta, the previous time it went pretty much as great as I could have expected. However, I did lose one AirPod on the trip, and it's not a huge deal. Like, a lot worse things could have gone wrong. I could have missed a flight, but maybe they're getting USB-C soon anyways. Apparently there's an Apple authorized reseller here. Ooh, I wish I was going to Orlando right now. I'm not even sure how much this is gonna make in the final edit, but me and this airplane are just waiting out that dark storm in the background. Fingers crossed everything is on time and there's no delays. It was a little bit late, but that's okay. I have no regrets. That time in West Virginia and in the air was invaluable, and I appreciate you guys coming along on the journey. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!